All right, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, as you guys can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be debunking or talking about the 5 most common misconceptions when it comes to day trading. So without further ado, let's just jump right into this video. So starting off with number 1, and this is probably the most common misconception when it does come to day trading, and that is going to be you're going to get rich quick. That can't be farther than the freaking truth, right? It takes so much time to learn the skill and get good at learning the skill, being in the live markets every day, learning the market, how the market moves, what it does, why it does it. You're not going to get rich quick. Now, compared to other jobs, yes, you are going to get rich quick if you can follow your rules. Now, getting rich, depending on what your guys' definition of rich is, it varies from person to person, but I would say about 2 to 5 years to get decently good at day trading, where you can start making anywhere from like 50 to 100K a month. And that's realistic as well, because I made my first $30,000 a month within the first 6 months, and I was a fucking idiot, right? So if you guys are better than me, which it's not going to be hard to be better than me, you can get rich quick a lot sooner than that, but it's not going to be within a day. It's not going to be within a week. And honestly, for most people, about 95% of people, it's not even going to be within the first 2 years. The faster you guys follow your rules, the faster you guys will start to make more money. And I truly believe that. I talk about it in almost every single video, but as long as you stay patient, consistent, and disciplined, that's literally all you need. The strategy will be there. The market analysis will be there. You can learn everything you need to know, but if you can't follow your rules, you're not going to get rich quick at all, or ever. You're not even going to make a single dollar. If anything, you're just going to be buying evals, and the money is just going to go straight down the fucking drain. Okay? So you're not going to get rich quick. Don't come in here thinking, oh yeah, I'm a fucking day trader now. I'm going to make millions of dollars in my first week of trading, my first month of trading. No, you're a fucking idiot. Okay? Don't do that. Come in it with the mindset of, okay, I would love to learn this skill each day. Let's just look for my setup that presents itself, and let's enter. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. Don't get emotional, right? I know it's going to be hard, especially for you new traders, not getting emotional, but that is essentially what is going to make you rich at the end of the day, is by following your rules. I know it sounds stupid, but it's super freaking true. So moving on to common misconception number 2, and that is going to be you need to learn absolutely everything about day trading. And I thought that at first as well, right? I thought I needed to know every single confluence, every single strategy, how everyone trades, so on and so forth. Day trading is so fucking confusing as is. Dumb it down as much as possible. Only learn what you need to know, okay? So pick a strategy. Find what you need to know about that strategy, what confluences to use, when to use it, so on and so forth, and then just master those 5 or 6 things, right? For example, I use an inversion strategy. So what did I focus on? I just focused on fair value gaps, inversion fair value gaps, liquidity, which involves SMTs, and then sometimes CISD. I really just focused on those 4 things and mastered those 4 things. That's all I use on an everyday basis. If you were to ask me what the hell a rejection block is, I wouldn't even tell you. Like, I to this day, I don't know what a rejection block is, or half the other fucking ICT concepts out there. I learned only what I needed to learn, and that is it, right? You want to dumb it down as much as possible, because as soon as you start fucking complexing your brain with other shit that is just essentially irrelevant at the end of the day, especially to your strategy, it's just going to make it so much more confusing. So if you have a strategy and you know it works and you learned everything about it, okay, start mastering those skills. Don't go on TikTok and start watching other people's strategies and explain how they explain it, or learn how they explain it. It's just going to confuse you. For example, anytime I see someone going over their strategy on my TikTok or on my YouTube, I just scroll right past it, because I don't care about that. I don't want to learn their strategy. Why? Because it's only going to fuck with my mental and just confuse me even more, because now I'm like, oh, okay, they do this, this, and that. What is that? Now I'm going to go and look at those confluences, when in reality, I don't need those confluences, because what I already learned works. Right? So just keep it as simple as possible. Okay? You don't need to learn everything. You just need to know what you need to know about your strategy. Okay? So pick a strategy, figure out what you need to know, and then master those, like I said, 5 or 6 things that involve that strategy, right? Whether it's liquidity, SMTs, fair value gaps, inversion, CISD, whatever the hell the case may be. Everyone trades differently. Pick the best way for you to trade and just master those simple things, or those like 5 simple things. Okay? Keep it simple. Dumb it down as much as possible. There's no need to make this more complex than it already is, because at the end of the day, I promise you guys, it is complex, but if you can dumb it down, this shit is super fucking easy. I promise you, okay? So going on to myth number 3 or misconception number 3, and that is going to be you need to go ghost to become profitable. Now, this is something I thought I needed to do. I spent the first, I want to say 3 months just hibernating in my room, learning everything I needed to know. Now, I did that because I have friends in Florida, but I don't really have like a big group of friends, right? So if they're inside, I'm going to be inside as well. And on top of that, I'm already a homebody, right? But I still see them on a week-to-week basis, right? I see them like once or twice every single week still love them, right? You don't need to cut everyone off. You don't need to cut off your day ones. No, have balance in your life, right? Learn what you need to learn. Don't overwhelm yourself, okay? Learn for 4 hours. Go take a break, go eat, go make some food, go to the gym, do whatever, go on a run, go play golf, go play basketball, whatever the hell. Then come back and learn some more, right? You don't need to be in your room 12 hours a day. If I can go back, that is something I would probably change because, yeah, it did help me become where I am today, but it didn't make it any faster than the process was. My best days, especially to this day, my best days are when I get on the charts, do what I have to do, and get the fuck off, right? I'm not on the charts every single day or all day anymore. When I was on the charts all day, it was essentially just fucking with me mentally, right? I was in my room, essentially just in this dark ass room, staring at a computer screen all day, staring at candlesticks all day, and I'm like, fuck, I need to make this work. I need to make this work. Now, that's completely fine. I understand if you need to make it work, whatever hole you're in or whatever like place in life you're in, and you're relying on day trading to work. I understand. You need to be locked in 1000%. I understand. Trust me. But you don't need to cut everyone off for it, right? Just learn to say no. If they want to go out and have fun or whatever the hell, and you need to study, then just tell them no, right? But you don't need to go ghost, right? You can still have a life outside of day trading. You don't need to make day trading your entire life. Because I promise you, I did that, and honestly, it didn't really like affect anything for the better. If I'm gonna say like honestly, like I said, I locked myself in my room for 3 months straight, learned everything I needed to know. Well, at least I thought what I needed to know at the time. And it really didn't progress anything faster than if I would have just, done 4 hour increments, right? 2 4-hour increments a day. Learn for 4 hours, whether it's watching videos, backtesting, do whatever the fuck, journaling. Go out, live your life, okay? And then come back at nighttime or whatever the case may be, and then learn some more right before you go to bed. I feel like that is the best structure you can possibly have, rather than just cutting everyone off, losing your friends over just trying to learn day trading, right? Have balance in your life. I promise you it'll be a lot easier on your mental and your psychology, okay? All right, so moving on to misconception number 4, and that is going to be when people say day trading is gambling. Now, this is something that used to like irritate me a little bit. Now, anytime I hear that or someone like a family member of mine says that, I just laugh because I know that is the farthest from the case. Now, yes, day trading, you can treat it as gambling if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? If you see prices going down and you press sell because you want to make quick money, then yes, you are gambling. But as a full-time day trader, and I'm sure more of you are watching this as well on the other end of the screen, you guys know what it takes to become profitable, right? We have to clock in every single day. We have to treat it like a job. We have to fucking be consistent as possible, right? We have to master our psychology. It's probably one of the most mental like fucked jobs you can have in just the job space in general, right? It shit fucks with your psychology, and if you can't get that in order, then you're never going to see a single dime. But once you find your edge in the market and you can master that edge, probability is on your side, right? You just have to find your edge and master it. And then probability will be on your side. And it's not gambling at the end of the day. Why? Because you're not just pressing buy or sell. You're waiting for a specific setup to present itself. And you know what it takes for that setup to present itself. The hours back testing, right? The hours learning the confluence, clocking in, day out, forward testing, learning market structure, so on and so forth. It's not gambling at the end of the day. As long as you treat it like a job, you can make some big fucking bucks, okay? You have to treat it like a job, though. It can be gambling, but do you want to prove those people right, or do you want to prove them wrong? Especially if you want to become a full-time day trader, and that is your job, or that is your goal in life, is to become a full-time day trader. Wouldn't you want to prove those people wrong and prove to them it's not gambling and that you're not gambling on a day-to-day basis and you actually know what the fuck you're doing? You can look at candlesticks and read them like a fucking book. Think of it like that way. Next time someone says that and the shoe fits, right? If the shoe fits you, if they said day trading is gambling and the shoe fucking fits, fix something, okay? Find your edge and stop fucking gambling. Because yes, it can be, but for most people, it's not. Okay, and for me, it's not. It never was, and it never will be. All right, so that was misconception number 4. Moving on to the last misconception, and that is going to be backtesting will make you profitable. Now, the reason I bring this up is because forward testing is just so much better. I was a king backtester, okay? And I would backtest months worth of data on a day-to-day basis, or not on day-to-day, but like on a week-to-week basis. And essentially, it didn't really help me because you already know the moves that happen, right? When you go and backtest, you already see the big move that happens. So you go and look at why it happens, right? But when you forward test, you can get that live market experience of how market moves, how violent the market is moving, right? Why it's moving a specific way, so on and so forth. And then if you lose, you can learn from that, because when you go and back test, right, most of the time they're winning trades because you just look for the big move that happened and see what made that move happen. When you forward test, you don't know what is to the right of you, right? No candlesticks have presented itself to the right of you. So therefore, you don't know what the hell is going to come. So I feel like you learn a lot more when you forward test rather than backtesting. I'm not saying backtesting is bad whatsoever, because I backtested and it essentially made me become a better trader, yes. But forward testing is so much better, okay? You will become a lot more profitable if you can forward test correctly. How do you forward test correctly, okay? You still stick to your rules. You fucking trade 2 to 3 times a day, right? Again, you're not trading with real money, so you're just putting the P&L thing on there. But you're only taking 2 to 3 trades a day, and you're seeing either why they were successful or why they failed, okay? And you're journaling them every single time. Stick to one session, right? You want to obviously forward test the session you are trading, right? You don't want to forward test a laser session when you fucking trade New York AM every single day, okay? And then on top of that, you get that live market experience. The markets are constantly changing, so why would I go and backtest something from May of 24 or June of 2021 when I can see the live market data on a day-to-day basis, right? All you have to do is just wake up at 9:30 in the morning, right? Because I'm referring to fucking New York AM. Get on the charts. You have no money, right? So the only thing that's really you're going to be missing out on is the mental psychology part. But that'll come later on, right? If you can learn market analysis and the way the market moves, market structure, you will become profitable a lot sooner than if you were to go and backtest, because it's pretty hard to see that when you're backtesting. Why? Because, well, all the data is already there in front of you, right? When you're forward testing, nothing is to the right of you, so you don't know what the hell is going to happen. So you can learn a lot quicker when you forward test rather than back testing. I'm not saying back testing is bad, but I'm saying, again, forward testing is so much better, and that is something I wish I learned sooner when I started my journey, okay? That is all for today's video. I hope this video helped you guys out in your guys' journey. If you guys liked the video, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a sub if you want.